Before we make use of the portal keys grow nearby, southeast in the caves of Camp Gushnikbar. As for the tincture of befuddlement, I believe Orion... No. It will make you look like the dead cultist when he was still among the living. That's the intent, anyway. I am not much of an alchemist, but I believe I can make this work. Mortal flesh is much more malleable than you would imagine.
No, I understand. Over here. If you change your mind, I'll be here.
Tired of walking anyway.
The tincture is ready, but are you sure you want to deal with that woman?
That woman is very powerful, and I've enjoyed my discussions with her. What did she call herself? A prophet? So, what brings you to our little outpost, traveler? If you're looking for something specific, I must warn you that my alchemical stocks are severely limited at this point in time. Ah, you must be another one of the Dread Lady's followers. I've had a number of pleasant conversations with her prophet Rogatina, and I even got to meet the Dread Lady once. She mentioned she might have need of such a tincture, so I brewed one up. No disrespect intended, but I was hoping she'd come to pick it up herself. I so looked forward to basking in her glorious presence again. Ah well, perhaps next time. Here you go, and don't bother about the cost. It's a gift for the Dread Lady.
It works! It really works! Yeah.
Off we go!
Just in time, little mortal. Place the root and the tincture in the cauldron. The root you found was a perfect specimen, and the tincture just the right shade of distraction. The potion should work perfectly now. Of course, wheels within wheels and all that. After you drink the potion and disguise yourself as a waking flame cultist, I will pretend to be your prisoner. Not only are you returning with the portal key, you're bringing them a gift. Me. Devastator Rulin, the worm who led the craven attack on my lair. He had the good fortune of dying by my hand before his associate incapacitated me with that damn blade. You will pretend to be the cultist, and I shall pretend to be your prisoner. Sister Saldina's letter explained how to align the segments of the portal key. I shall set it accordingly and open a doorway to whatever realm the cult is using as a base. You drink from the cauldron and step through. Then our charade begins. The disguise is perfect. Now, I shall activate the portal key. Then, step through and assume your role. I shall do the same. Definitely not nerd. Let's look around. This is Fargrave. Interesting. We must find the Dagonists and determine what they're doing here. This obscure corner of Oblivion is known only as Fargrave. I certainly didn't expect the portal key to lead us here. I wouldn't have expected you to. The inhabitants prefer their privacy. It's a realm without a prince, which gives them a modicum of freedom. And it's a crossroads of sorts. A way station between Nirn and the rest of Oblivion. Once you find your way to Fargrave, the paths through Oblivion become easier to navigate. Daedra and mortals alike can be found here, engaging in trade on a planar level. I begin to grasp why the Waking Flame have set up operations here. With no prince, the accords that make it harder for other realms to connect to Nirn do not apply. Once they learn the way, with relics such as the portal key, the Waking Flame can move through Fargrave with impunity to reach Nirn and the Deadlands. Not for any reason that won't give you nightmares, little mortal. Now, let's find the cultists so you can present your prisoner. Then we shall learn what we can about the cult's plans and the true purpose of the Cataclyst.
Devastator Rulin? Is that you? We fear the... Is that Lyrinth the Dremora? I'm impressed, Devastator. I didn't imagine your mission would yield such notable results. Indeed. And the Fargrave Cataclyst could use a new Daedric entity. For the next test, of course. I'll let you present her to Sister Saldina personally. Right through that door. I'm sure Sister Saldina will want to hear all about your mission. And we've yet to attempt to use the Cataclyst on a Daedra of Lyrinth's caliber. I expect the results will be quite informative.
So, the mortal returns from its mission, and it brings a prisoner. How unexpected. And I assumed Lyrinth was more capable. I would never allow myself to be captured by one such as you. Still, Nokfrost may want to question her before the next test. Does Sister Seldina not teach her Devastators anything of import? Volkina's Nakvraz is a favorite of Lord Dagon, sent here to ensure Seldina doesn't mangle the Cataclyst project. Such endeavors are too vital to leave completely in mortal hands. You're a mortal, but do you have to be so naive? Sister Seldina has her place, and she will keep it for as long as she proves worthy. When she no longer serves a meaningful purpose, Nakvraz will take action.
After the failure at the
Devastator,
Dread Cellar,
you honor me.
Margrave Cataclyst
How can a lowly acolyte serve you?
Seldina.
The Cataclyst initiative proceeds apace. Sister Seldina continues to make adjustments and improvements with every version of the device. I understand we're about to witness a new demonstration. I can't wait to see it perform as intended. Is this some sort of test, Devastator? The Cataclyst is our great work, our role in the larger purpose of the Order of the Waking Flame. We will use the device to bless Daedra with the power of living disasters, and then unleash them on Nirn.
Devastator Rulin. I assume the blade did its job? Of course it did. How else could you capture Lyrinth the Dremora? She has been a thorn in our side for much too long. Well done. But what about the portal key? Were you able to recover it? A remarkable achievement, Devastator. And fortunate as well. We're about to perform another test with the Fargrave Cataclyst, and Nakvraz is hesitant to provide me with any more of his precious Daedra. Lyrinth should do very nicely. I hope that's not skepticism or sarcasm I hear in your voice, Devastator. I get enough of that from Nakvraz. Despite the setback at the Dread Cellar, I have every faith in the device. Soon we will unleash an army of living disasters upon Nirn. Did your Doombringer tell you nothing? The Cataclyst enhances Daedra, transforms them into incarnates of disasters. First, we take control of this pitiful demiplane. Then, we launch our assault using Fargrave's connections to Nirn. Worthy? It is brilliant. Sentries, take the Dremora and place her in the Cataclyst. Devastator, enter the Cataclyst chamber when you're ready. Then the demonstration will begin. Come, Devastator Ruler. For your excellent service to the Order, I award you with the privilege of activating the Fargrave Cataclyst. Touch the rune and witness the transformative power of the Cataclyst. Lord Dagon's blessing will turn Lyrinth into disaster incarnate.
Do what you must, flee. Lyrinth is... I have seen enough. I will be free.
The Dremora damaged the Cataclyst. Duke of Fire, destroy them!
Shut it down! We must preserve the Cataclyst.
Deal with the Havercrow, mortal. I'll open a portal back to Nirn.
Mortals, you will be destroyed for your audacity. Surprisingly competent for the mortal.
This device is lost,
Now, little mortal, flee! The energy emanating from the Cataclyst is interfering with my magic. We must find a place where I can open a portal.
All right, right on money.
This is far enough. I will open a portal out of this place. Quickly, into the portal before more cultists arrive.
Mistress, you're injured.
Nonsense. Merely a scratch. You did well, little mortal. Sister Saldina and her cultists never suspected a thing, and we returned richer than when we departed. That was never going to happen. My bonds were illusory, and it was a simple enough task to free myself once you activated the Cataclyst. I observed long enough to grasp the workings of the machine. Then I made my escape. We learned that Sister Saldina's faction of the cult has a base in Fargrave, and they plan to conquer that obscure plane of oblivion to use as some sort of staging ground for their nefarious machinations. The power surging through the device carries the tinge of Mehrunes Dagon. It seems it is designed to imbue a Daedra with the energy of a single disaster and transform it into an incarnate. They plan to unleash these horrors on Nirn. Perhaps. Noctvraz seemed to think so. I bought us time to consider, to plan. Sister Saldina can make more such devices, however. Eventually. But did you see? Noctvraz despises Saldina. Perhaps we can use that. And you don't have to. Just know that the cult plans to unleash destruction on your world. Now, I must contemplate. The device. It can change Daedra. I must return to Fargrave. I will summon you when I learn more. Until then, you have my thanks. So many avenues to Oz and Mehrunes Dagon's role in all this. I shall return to Fargrave and see what else I can learn. I'll call upon you when I need you, little mortal.